This will be my last video in this room because I'm moving out this weekend. But hi guys, welcome back. It's nearly the end of June. I'm sorry that I haven't been making regular videos. I left my video camera at uni, which wasn't very smart of me, so sorry about that. But here I am. Hello. Today I'm going to be talking about studying English at university because I get asked a lot advice that I would give. I've just finished my degree. I studied English literature and creative writing at the University of Birmingham, and I have just finished. I graduate next month, which is still feels very weird to say. I just got my results and strange. I'm going to jump straight into it and give you some pointers, some advice that I would give myself if I were to redo it again. First tip I would give is probably a given, and that is to keep on top of your reading. As an English student, you get set a lot of reading. You know, you're going to uni to read English, so you're going to be reading a lot. You're going to be reading some really difficult texts. You know, I did a module which was 1600s and 1700s literature, and it was really, really difficult. Best thing I suggest is to set yourself the amount of pages you're going to read per day. So if it were me, I'd be like, okay, today I'm going to be reading 40 pages of Maya Angelou, and then keep setting yourself chunks to get that book read. So if you calculate how many pages are in that book and spread that out accordingly, if that makes any sense. So the lights changed again. Yeah, you should be able to get through it, and you have to just be persistent and be like, right, I'm going to sit down and read now. And it's really hard sometimes because you really lose motivation, and I really do understand that. It is really difficult. But yeah, the best thing I can suggest is just keep on top of it. Read ahead if you can. Use your holidays to your advantage, and keep an eye on your reading list. When they come out in the summer holiday, get your books, get started, and that way you'll be ahead for the following term. Next is read widely. Check online on your online portal for extra reading. So every week we'd always get set extra essays and extra criticism and theory that we had to read on top of the book that we were reading for that week. And often the extra stuff will help you to understand the main text further, and it is really helpful. And then you'll be discussing that in seminars. So make notes. So when I would read a text, I'd write a lot of notes, on a Word document alongside reading that text, and then brought that with me to seminars, so I'd have something to say with the discussion. So that is the thing that I would say you should do. Be selective. This is not something I learned until second year. First year, I tried to read absolutely everything, and it got me really, really stressed because some of it, I'm going to be honest with you guys, you can't read everything. You've got to be selective and be like, I'm not going to use this book for my final essay of the term, so if I don't have a chance to read it, I can kind of blag it, and you know, I can say I haven't got around to reading this yet, and some of it, you know, it's just not beneficial to you. It may not be something that's interesting to you. Don't do that with all your texts of your module, but I think I probably did it with one per module where I didn't have time to read it, I wasn't going to use it, it didn't interest me, and that's okay. In first year, I put so much pressure on myself to get everything read, and it's just not doable. English is difficult. The amount of reading you get set and the texts themselves are hard. Plan ahead with your essays. For me, it varies from uni to uni, but I'd have a big essay at the end of that term that we'd be prepping for. It's like a 3,000 word, for example, to summarise that module. So you'd pick 2 texts, for example, out of the, 10 texts you're studying. So plan in advance. For me, we had 11 week terms, and by week 7 or something like that, I'd start planning my essay out for the holiday. So then when it didn't get to Christmas then, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I really hope the traffic isn't too loud, by the way. I'm in Birmingham. It's noisy all the time. But in terms of English as a whole, I'd say only study it if it's what you love. And for me, it was what I always knew I wanted to study. It's my passion. It's what I love. And it isn't for everyone. Sometimes I tell people that I study English and they're like, why would you want to study English? If you love it, you're going to love studying it. I'm going to really miss uni. And if I could go back and do it again, I absolutely would. And I envy people who are about to start because I'm like, oh, best 3 years of my life. You're going to love it. If you're worried about going, it's absolutely brilliant. It's the best thing you can do, and I can't stress that enough. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them downstairs, and I shall see you guys again soon. Bye.